And hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video I will share with you how to model a fancy pointer light. This fancy pointer light I saw it in a church and I don't have a picture of it, but then I have an idea of what it looks like. So I will try to bring out what I have in my mind on Blender 3D. So let's jump right into it. So what I saw was a cylindrical shape, but then it has a spherical object that helps it, switch to areas, angles that you need it to point at. Like I said, it's a pointer light. So let's jump right in. So the first thing I will have to do is to, add my cylinder shape, and then we have this, and I want everything I'm modeling to be facing me, like to be on the front orthographic. So what I did was I selected the object, I rotated it on x-axis, and then I pressed 90 so that it will face here. This surface will face me like so. Okay, so the next is I'll scale on the y-axis, and then I'll go to edit mode. I'll select the face, ensure that you have this face select, then I'll add the face by pressing I, and then I scale. So what I did is this, I select, I add the face, and then I move my mouse. Alright, so I add another face. So that was what I did. So add face, so then I'll extrude inward, then extrude again, then I'll scale by moving my mouse. So this is what I have. Okay, so basically this is where the light is positioned, and then I'll do the same here, but not so much similar, not really the same per se, but then I'll do this, inserts. Alright, then I would extrude just like I did on the other side, but not the same size, basically. So this is what I have. Then I'll add a bevel. I'll increase this, and then increase this. Then the next is to add a loop cut here. Just 3 is fine. Then I'll add a subdivision surface. I can do the shape smooth, anyone that can work. And then we have this. So right here is the front part of this. When you press 1, this is the front part of it, and this is the opposite. So this is the front part, and this is the opposite side. So I would like to further scale this down. Yes, I would like to further scale it down because I'm having a sphere come right in there. Then add the sphere, and I move the sphere above a bit. So I have it facing where I want it to face, and then I'll scale it down a bit more. Okay, so I have this sphere just the way I want it. However, I can go right back and then scale on edit mode. That way, if I want to apply mirror modifier, it won't really be a challenge. So I can select everything and go on edit mode and move it off center. Then I'll leave the edit mode, and then we'll have this. So the essence of going to edit mode and shifting it just the way I did is to enable me. Let me go back. It's like I missed out on something. Okay, it's enable me apply my apply my mirror modifier quite easily. All right, so for this sphere I need it to face, I need this ending part to face this y-axis, and to do that all I need to do is to press R, X, and then 90. Now it won't work successfully because I've moved from the point of origin, so I won't be able to do that. But to do that effectively I need to go back to the point of origin and leave it the way it was. Then I will do that effectively, X and then 90. That way it's scaling the way I want. Then I will bring it down and scale it down one more time and then bring it forward, and that is it. So I'll go back to edit mode and then I'll move it now. I'll move on the y-axis. Why are we moving? I'm moving because we want to apply mirror modifier. Alright, so we don't waste our time doing the same thing over and over. So I'll do this, I'll move it a bit closer. Alright, so when I click on this, I decide to move it a bit inner or even scale it a bit down. I think I don't need to really scale so much, so I have it the way I want it. So I'll pick the vertex, I select this vertex. The vertex is what I want, the vertex from here. Then I'll press Ctrl plus. Then I'll press extrude. Alright. Then I'll move the extrusion by pressing G and then Y on Y axis. Then I'll apply my mirror modifier. I'll keep it on the Y. So I need to delete the face. So I'll switch to face and delete face. That way we're having, reasonable connection among the two objects. So I've clipped them, and then we have this. Okay, then I can decide to duplicate this, and then I have it go just the same way we have it here. Can I just say this is where that will attach the wall, and then this is the, and I apply auto shade smooth on this. To apply auto shade smooth, you have to just right click and then you see shade auto smooth. So we have just not really the same as what we saw, but then this is close to what I saw at the church today. And I can decide to add some grooves here. To make it look a bit detailed. But the groove is quite too much. So let's redo it a little bit, just a tiny groove. Just to give it a sense of detail. And we move it a bit inward. And we have something. So now remember, this is a light, a pointer light, so we should have a glass stuff happening there. Yeah, we should. So we're adding some loop cuts where necessary, and to add a light, a glass on the surface. So we're going to use an approach that I've shared in this video some time ago. You can add your sphere. You can rotate on the x-axis by 90, and then you move this forward. Now this is just an empty circle, no fill. So to add the fill to it, I switch to edit mode and then go right on faces, grid fill. Right, so we have a grid fill, and we're good. So this can come in a bit so it can fit in proper. So to enable it to have a very nice fitting, so I can add a loop cut right in here. Then I'll hide this so as to see what I'm doing. I'll add another loop cut, and I'll select my face select. I'll zoom in, then I'll hold down shift to select at once. Then the next thing I will do is to come here, hold it down, and then select extrude manifold. Then I can extrude a little bit. I still bring it about. So the idea is just to have where the glass material will fit in proper. Right, so I can apply shade smooth or maybe subdivision, but I think shade subdivision will make sense more. So let's apply subdivision so that we have smooth edge, and then we can apply some solidify modifier also to give it some solid feel, and then we'll move it inward, and that is it. So this is ideally what I saw, I am sure. So the idea is it can move from this can tilt, you know, it can tilt like this, you know. Maybe when it's being rigged, that's where you really enjoy or maybe see the essence. But then the idea is just having lights that can, you know, move. This can move to this, can tilt to this point, and it can be tilted from here as well, you know, a multi-dimensional or maybe a multi-angle options for a light like this. So I can decide to go ahead and add some lights. Mind you, if you deleted all your lights at the beginning, you have to add another light. So at this point, I'm adding another light. You got deleted the light that I was supposed to use. So initially, all the default light and default cube, we usually delete them. But then when you want to do a proper setup, you have to add all of that back. So try to set up my lights. I'm using the sun this time. I think the sun will be nice. So let's use sun and add some shading on this. Then go here, add some material. We're keeping it black. Alright, so this we are making it black as well. We are increasing the metal nature of the blackness. And this we are going with black as well, since we have already did black. So let's go with that, and then this should be we don't want to see any roughness really, but then I want to keep it like metal. Alright, so we have this, and let's add glass material here. Okay, so we have the light. So to even make it more fancy, I can come right in here and add a bulb. To add a bulb, I'll just add a mesh and then change the material as well. So make it smaller, and then even scale. I can switch, then scale a bit. Ideally, the light here has a way, it should have some shiny object around here, and then the shiny object get to reflect or refract light that's coming from the light source. But then we are just going by, we're trying to just keep it simple. Right, so we're keeping it simple. So we are going to switch from EV to cycles, and then we switch from CPU to GPU, and we have something like, it's not like the way it was, a typical pointer light like I saw today, but then we are close. No, not bad, you're close. We have something really. So this is exactly what I mean by a pointer light, and that is it for this video. See you on the next one, and stay safe.